Hey guys, today we have started talking about service projects and how it's important to help our community. And we learned about the classroom that was going to start planning their service project. So I'm going to read this passage to you and we're going to do the assignment together. What is community service? Community service is volunteering to help those in your community. It might be something that is done once or on a regular basis. Community service is often referred to as giving back to the community. It can be done by an individual or by an organization. Community service is giving your time without being paid. It might be helping people who are less fortunate or helping to improve your community. And if you look over here on the right side of the paper, it says types of community service. So these are some things that could be done or places that you could help out in order to provide a community service. Soup kitchen, which is where you help feed people who might not have food to eat for themselves. A homeless shelter, a place where people live who cannot afford a home of their own. An animal shelter. Mentoring, which means having somebody alongside you and helping them to make right choices. Tutoring means helping people with their schoolwork. Food pantry would be donating food so that a soup kitchen or a homeless shelter can feed people who need help with having a lack of food. Visiting the elderly, which are older people. Planting trees, or collecting trash. So, question number 1. What is a word to describe someone who is willing to lend a hand? And you can use those letters right there to a word that would describe someone who is willing to lend a hand. If you guessed the word helpful, you would be correct. A word to describe someone who is willing to lend a hand is helpful. The result, which means the end of something good. The end of something good is called a benefit. A word to describe someone who is caring and generous. A word to describe someone who is caring and generous is giving. Good and uplifting. What is a word that means good and uplifting? We've been talking about this type of attitude in the workplace. Not a bad attitude, but a good attitude. What is a good attitude called? Good and uplifting. Positive. So the next question is, why do you think community service is important? I think community service is important because we can help people who need things like food, clothes, learning, or friendship. So if you are a helper in the community and you provide community service, you're helping people who need food, clothes, learning, or friendship. What are other types of community service? Some other types of community service would be donating money, food, or time to people in need. Another example would be donating blood, or participating in an event. Some events might be a race or helping to build a house or a service day to help clean up some areas. So those are some examples of other community service opportunities. I have a feeling one of the community services that is going to happen in our chapters is people are going to go sing for people in a nursing home. That would be another example of community service.